Hello and welcome to Gena Moon. This is your new monthly reading. Before we jump in, just know that this reading is sponsored by Psychic Source, and I'll tell you all about the amazing offer they have for you at the end of the reading. If you would like to watch the link to the extended, you can find the link to the extended down in the description box below. That's where we dive deeper into this entire reading, the entire situation. We go into the other person's energies, we clarify each position, and that's where all the details come through. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can also find a link to my personal readings down in the description box below the extended, as well as in the first comment that is pinned down below. Without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, so I have a disclaimer because some of you guys are expecting these really fast drive-through readings, and this is not the channel for those fast drive-through readings that slap a smile on your face and they, before you leave, they give you a little happy mail. Thank you, come again. I'm a very deep reader, okay? And we're going to keep the readings just as deep. And the reason why is because, we're here on a different channel. We're vibrating at a very different frequency, and it's intentional. It really is, okay? So, there's those fast, quick readings anywhere else. And yes, these readings are more than just readings. They're portals. Sometimes they will trigger you. Other times they will expand you. They will awaken you. They will liberate you. So we're going to keep the readings just as deep, okay? And again, just a disclaimer for those of you guys who are expecting those quick readings. That's not the channel for that. All right, let's go ahead and tune in. You are starting with the dominant energy of the drum roll. Okay, the number 8. Interesting. If you see the number 8, 888, 808, the number 8, this is all about fast forward moving energy. This is all about infinity, something here that can last for a very long time, lifetime after lifetime. There's also something here saying that there could potentially be a connection coming into your life, or that's already in your life, that is from a past lifetime, right? You guys have known each other infinity and beyond. And for others of you, this is also all about money, right? The number 8, it's connected directly to money and wealth, all that good stuff. Now, also the 8th of this new month is going to be very important. So pay attention to the 8th of the month. Something here is about to move forward. Whatever has been stuck, it's been delayed, and you've been trying and trying and trying. Prepare yourself. Keep your bags ready. Keep yourself ready, because when the doors of opportunity open up, they're going to fly open. You have here accelerated motion. And see the shooting star? That woman was just kind of standing there, just minding her own business outside her porch. And all of a sudden, she looks up and it's a shooting star. So it's going to happen when you least expect it. Again, I feel like for a lot of you, you've been going through some kind of delay. You've been waiting for something to finally crack open. You're like, when is this going to happen? It's going to happen, again, when you least expect it. Now, I'm also seeing here that this is something here that's going to create some kind of a breakthrough moment, right? Because it's something sudden, something that you've been waiting on, but you kind of are almost giving up on. Of course, this could be related to any area of your life. For some of you, it will be love, career, family, finances, friends, right? Your health, your personal life, your ideas, a project, whatever it is. You take the reading how it resonates for you. Of course, for a lot of you, most of you, this is love, just because love comes up the most. But again, you take the reading how it resonates. And remember that you can reverse the roles if you see them fit better that way. I will still read the energies how I see them fit, though. Okay? Now, this is something here that, again, it's going to happen out of nowhere. Things are going to start kind of moving forward. The lines of communication are going to start opening up where they were closed before. The email that you sent out a long time ago, you're finally going to get a response, a reply, right? The text message that you sent out, there's going to be some kind of incoming information as well. The doors of opportunity are going to open up for you. I see that this is some kind of, it's feeling a little bit ancient. It's kind of, I'm getting the vibe here of like, kind of like a debt, you know, like a karmic debt that is owed to you, and it's like coming back around, right? Because it's been delayed, whether it's through lifetimes, you know, and you suddenly get like this opportunity that you've been waiting on, or it can be, you know, it's kind of like good luck, but I see it's got depth. It's more than just being lucky. It's like it's been in your timeline waiting for this moment for quite a long time. We're going to see. Let's tune in. As I tune into your frequency here with the cards, your energy, I'll shuffle them just to calibrate to your vibration. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, comment down below, letting me know how these readings all resonate for you. And some of you guys have mentioned that you guys are not getting the notification bells, and that's because, or not getting notified. And that's because the notification bell has to turn black. So you can double click it until it turns black, and then the check mark has to be on all. I hope that helps you guys, okay? Now, of course, if you do enjoy the readings, make sure that you give the video a thumbs up, because when you like the video, you give it a thumbs up, you really help support me, and you help support the channel. All right. Thank you all so much for your likes, support, subscribes, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's go ahead and tune in. Now that we've calibrated these energies, these cards to you, to your frequency, your vibration, let's see. What do they have here for you? Ooh, it's going to be an intense one. But a good one. I still see fruitful energy, okay? So, but yes, intense energies for sure. You could be dealing with the sign of Capricorn, I see. I see the sign of Pisces, double Pisces. I'm also seeing here the sign could be Aquarius or Gemini. What else? Any other sign, of course, does not necessarily have to be any of these, but these are some of the main ones that are coming through right now. Now, interestingly enough, I see that right now, there's something here where you're kind of either looking for stability, seeking, you know, security, whether it's through money, monetary security, or stability in a relationship and a connection. You know, again, connections and relationships can be the relationship that you have with, of course, a romantic partner, the relationship that you have at your job, the relationship that you have with food, the relationship that you have with family members, friends. But I see here that you are seeking some kind of stability. For others of you, I see that if you were born later in the month, okay, there's a sense of you already feeling like you're stabilizing yourself, right? Like some of those doors of opportunity for some of you that have been born later in the month have already opened up. Whether you've stepped into them or not, you're kind of like thinking about it. We have yet to see. But I see stability coming through for you for sure. Now let's go and see. We're going to put that one on the side for now, because I see that right now this has to do with loyalty, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles, she's very loyal. She's a very loyal queen. If you ever need something from her, you don't even have to question it. You know that you can go to her. And what I'm getting here is that this is showing up for you because someone on the outside or a group of people, an outside energy, they know this about you. They know that if ever they need anything, they can go to you and you'll be there, right? Whether it's financially, emotionally, you'll give them advice, you'll be there for them, you'll be understanding of them, right? They know this. But the question is, do you? Do you know this? Because I'm sensing that there could be a little bit of doubt. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you are coming through with this energy, the devil. This can be the energy of self-sabotage, you doubting yourself, you doubting your worth. Of course, this could be because you are right now in an entangled connection. Perhaps some of you guys are right now in a very toxic union, a toxic connection, a toxic situation. And I feel that for some of you, someone here might be projecting their own fears, insecurities, their own doubts, their own lack onto you, right? But still, you are not a victim, because these two are tied together through the influence of the devil, sure. But this is something here that right now is coming in to ask you, do you want to stay stuck in this cycle? For some of you, it is a karmic cycle. For others, it's a very toxic situationship, relationship, right? Dynamic here. Again, this could be love, family, friends, with a coworker, career matters, between you and you, whatever it is for you. But I'm sensing here that it's almost as if you're trying to fill up a void, right? A little hole in your heart, and you feel like that outside energy is the one that fills it up for you. But it's already turning into something toxic, meaning, is this person, situation, outside energy really doing that for you? Or what is it that you need to do for yourself so that you stop thinking that whatever it is that you think is giving you validation is on the outside of you, right? This could be a narcissist. This could be someone here who has control over you, but also you not wanting to let go of it. Therefore, your control issues also kind of coming up to the surface, right? So who's got control over who? Who wants to control what? Who wants to control who, right? That kind of vibe. And of course, for others, this could be addictions, addicted to self-sabotage, addicted to some kind of old behavior, old patterns that keep you stuck in some kind of loop. We will see, because this can be anything, right? These addictions can come through addicted to drugs, alcohol, people, toxic behaviors. There could be a third party for some of you. For very few of you, I have not yet gotten confirmation yet, but this outside energy, I see that, they're kind of like, standing on the sidelines. And what's interesting is that they're not stepping in, but they're also not stepping fully out. They're just kind of there, and they're holding up a sword there, kind of like, in a sense where they're protecting themselves, right? It's like they want to protect themselves, but from what, right? From what? Because you're coming through as someone very stable, like who's been there for them, who's been, maybe for some of you guys, you've been carrying the weight of their own responsibilities, whether it's the soul, type of contract assignment responsibilities, or just practical matter responsibilities. But I see that this outside energy right now, it's challenging for them to fully make a decision whether they're in or they are out. They're just kind of like on the sidelines. I feel like for some of you, this person could potentially be, spying on you. Of course, you could be spying on them as well, because you guys, whenever there's an entanglement like this, whenever there's an iron chain stuck to both, you guys become mirrors of each other. So whatever they're doing, you could be doing too. Whatever, they're accusing you of, it's part of their own flaws as well, and vice versa. We're going to see how this is playing a role here, because what I'm getting already is that there's something about this person, situation, outside energy, that's a little bit defensive, right? It's kind of like they're holding up that sword, but yet they're still looking at you, but yet they're not really going in. See, like one foot is in and the other one's kind of like shifty, like, I'm not sure. Like, I'm just going to keep this foot out just in case something happens. It's almost as if they don't want you to uncover something about them, right? It's like, let me watch myself, my surroundings, just to make sure that, you're not coming too close or too near, right? We're going to see. Let me know in the comments below if this is already resonating for you. In the recent past, you are coming through, again, control issues. There could have been some kind of situation where you guys disagreed in some kind of way, shape, or form. There was some kind of disagreement based on ego, based on control. Because when you've been in a toxic situation for quite some time, they start triggering your shadows, right? Your shadows start to come up to the surface. And I see that you also, in the recent past, you took out your sword. And you even, there could have been an argument where you may have said things that maybe in the moment you felt, but perhaps in retrospect, you may have been like, okay, maybe I was a little bit too harsh or that kind of vibe. But I feel like it was your cry for help. It was almost as if you didn't know what else to do. You didn't know what else to do. So it was a sense of you trying to control the situation through your words, through spite. That could also happen, like doing something out of spite. And I'm sensing here that there's a part of you that might feel just a little bit guilty, like, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. But what I'm getting here is that, sure, you can own whatever your part was, but there's also a little bit of a sense where you're kind of guilting yourself too much, whereas you're kind of taking on their own faults, whether they're the ones twisting around the story or you're doing this because there's a part of you that might feel a little bit bad, like, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have, called them, or maybe I shouldn't have cut them off, or maybe, right? All these, like, maybe I should have, right? And I see that this outside energy, wow, okay, so it's interesting because they were coming through in the recent past as someone here who was stable, right? Could have been wealthy, financially, very fit, very stable, and or if this is not the case, this is just someone here who felt like they were the ones who were stabilizing the situation, or they were the stable ones in a sense, right? Because that's how they're coming through here in the recent past, whether this is the truth or not. But there was some sense there where, see, they were coming across as stable. Of course, roles can be reversed, but right now you're the one looking very stable. It's very interesting. We're going to see what that's all about. And that could be, part of your slight, like, overthinking, or like the fact that you're guilt tripping yourself because you may have done something, said something where you may have placed them on a pedestal. That could also be you placing them on a pedestal after something goes down, right? We're going to see. Right here, right now, you're coming through. Not only do you have a lot of options in front of you, whether you know it or not, you soon will. Like I said, the doors of opportunity are soon to open up for you, the ones that have been delayed. In love, in career, in finances, friendships, all that good stuff. But I'm also seeing here the other side. And the other side is that you are still right now, this is right here, right now, whether it's happening already or about to happen. Remember, it's a monthly reading. The whole month, these energies are going to, transpire. It's almost as if you're holding on to an illusion of what could be. It's not grounded in reality, though. Okay, there's no groundedness about it. And right now I feel like it's difficult for you to make some kind of a decision about this because your emotions are involved. And right now what this is saying, it's interesting because this is kind of like the next chapter, after your last reading. It's unfolding because if you remember in your last reading, and if you want to watch those readings, I've linked them down in the description box below, as well as in the first comment that you'll see down below. But if you remember, for those of you guys who did watch your last reading, I mentioned to you, there's a sense here where you're kind of like seeing the other person, the outside energy, in a little bit of a distorted kind of way, right? Because of the passion, because of the desire. But right now it's coming through similarly, but right now I see that your emotions are the ones that are kind of overflowing now. There's more of like an emotional vibe coming from you, rather than just passion, rather than just, control. Now I feel like it's kind of going deep into your emotions, where right now you might be overthinking something. One moment you're like, okay, no, I'm done with this person. The next moment you're like, oh my God, but what if they're the ones? And then the next moment you're like, no, they can't possibly be that. It's just like all of these emotions that are shifting right now. And I feel like right now those emotions are kind of fogging up your vision. Now it's like your emotions fogging up your vision. It's not really the passion aspect of it. So I feel like there's a little bit of a depth. It's kind of like this is kind of going into a deeper realm, okay? On your side. Because on their side, they're showing up the Tower. And with the Tower here, yeah, there's something here that they're holding off on telling you, right? The Tower, again, I sensed it from this position. It's almost as if they're protecting themselves. If they've been silent, if they've been defensive, right? The sword can come through as silence. It could be coming through as being defensive, right? Holding up their sword, like to defend themselves, like, you feel like you're walking on eggshells, like, oh my God, I don't want to, trigger this person or whatever. But the reason why is because there's something that they don't want to expose, right? Because the Tower here only happens, right, as the Tower, meaning some kind of eruption, something coming out into the open, something here coming out into the light that is very shocking, like a shocking news, a shocking revelation, when some kind of truth or information has been swept under the rug, has been covered up, right? And I'm sensing that that's exactly what's happening or about to happen. For some of you, this has already happened, or it's happening right now, right? It's like you have uncovered something about this outside energy, and it's just like, whoa, what in the world, right? Something here, it can be something that they were hiding from you, or for others of you, they're still hiding this, and this is about to happen. The Tower moment is a revelation, right? Everything that has been swept under the rug, it's about to be exposed and revealed, whether you like it or not. It's just what happens. And in the near future, I see that they're coming through as still holding on to something, covering something up. But this is you. You are coming through as kind of trying to do the same, interestingly enough. What could that mean? Could that mean that you might not want to see the truth or ignore it, in order to make the situation work, or in order for this to resolve itself? Because the moon showing up, this is the moon. It casts a dark shadow over the truth. And I'm also seeing here that this is a little bit of unpredictable energy on your side, meaning it's not very clear yet what you will do in the near future, because you've been emotional. And if these emotions have not risen to the surface, don't you worry, they soon will, okay, throughout the month, because the cosmic energies are pointing in that direction. But don't push them down, because these emotions are bringing up your own truth about this that you've been in denial about. And in the near future, I still see you as emotional, but trying to hide those emotions. And I'm seeing that your energy is very unpredictable, not theirs. Their outside energy, the outside energy in the near future, they're coming through as the same, right? Trying to cover up, trying to protect themselves, giving you the silent treatment, right? Blocking you, ignoring you, just not talking, not answering your questions, beating around the bush, right? You try to have that conversation and they're like, oh my God, you're going to start all over again. I don't want to hear it, right? Like those people who, when you've caught up to something about them and you want to discuss it, you want to bring it up into the open, and they kind of play it off, projecting like if it's you starting drama. Like, oh my God, you're going to start again with that. You're going to start again with something like that. But what I'm liking here about you is that your energy is no longer set in complete loyalty to this behavior, which in your last reading, we saw that you still were being very loyal to that. Now, you're unpredictable. Anything goes with you. We will see how this is going to unfold, because what I'm sensing just by looking at your entire spread is, remember, you are going to have new doors of opportunity opening up for you. Okay? And I'm sensing that that could also play a role with regards to your decision in the near future. Remember, this hasn't happened yet. This is the potential. This is the potential energy. And the way that I'm seeing this is that, you know, just looking at you, you've been there for this person. You've done things that you weren't even supposed to. It wasn't even like your responsibility to carry their stuff, their burdens, you know? And I do see that there's some admiration on their part, right? They're still kind of looking at you from the sidelines. They're not completely ignoring you. So there's still some kind of admiration on their part. But for some of you, there could be a little bit of like envy, jealousy, whether this is a friend, a family member, or a different outside energy that I'm picking up on. I'm picking up on someone in your circle that is kind of projecting admiration, but then at the same time, it can come across as a little bit of jealousy, enviousness. And you know what's happening? I'm sensing that because this outside energy is noticing your shifts, they could even try and trigger jealousy out of you. So watch out, because they see you so grounded, so stable, that sometimes people need validation. And when they feel that you are already kind of getting stronger, you're building your courage, you're building your strength, you validate yourself, they can come around to trigger you to see if they still get the validation that they used to get from you. But anyway, let's go ahead and clarify, okay? Because what I'm sensing here is that it's like you've been safety for this person, you know? You've been their safety, but the fact that they're kind of going quiet in the near future, I'm not liking that. You know, it's like, okay, they get exposed, and then it's like they go quiet. So is there silence, something there having to do with them just not wanting to play a part in your life? Or is this silence and absence more so of like the fact that they can't match your truth, they can't match your growth, they can't match your authenticity, right? Because sometimes people go quiet and they dismiss you, not because they don't want you, but because you've exposed them, or they're afraid that you will expose them, right? Let's see. This flipped out. We will take it. Oh, I knew it. I knew it was one of those. Okay. We're getting a lot more clarity now, a lot more details. Oh my gosh. The fact that these are together. Unreal. Okay, well, it's a karmic cycle. But here's what makes it difficult. Because what part of this situation is karmic? And what part of it is destined? You've got both. Right here. This is closing out a cycle and going into a new one, a new timeline, right? This is destined, your destined path, and this is the one that you're supposed to close out. So what part of this situation is karmic and what part of it is destined? I'm sensing that for sure, the toxic energy, right? It's still there. Meaning, you guys still have yet to conclude this karmic cycle. But the fact that this is already showing up. Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune, a new portal opening up for you, a new timeline. Remember I told you the doors of opportunity are going to open up when you least expect it. It's like this woman here, just as an example, she's involved in that karmic cycle, and then all of a sudden she sees that shooting star. And that shooting star is opening up a portal. What will she do? Will she finish off the karmic cycle, stay in it, or walk through the new portal? It's not an easy one for you. It's not going to be an easy one because I'm sensing here that it's almost as if like this outside energy, they're going from like rival, right? Holding up the sword, being defensive, stuck in this karmic cycle, this toxic situation, to like being a coward, like not wanting to expose the truth, not wanting to talk about whatever it is that's coming out into the open. For some of you guys, this is already happening or has happened. And there's the new one, the new portal, the healthy version of the relationship. If this is love, it's love. If it's anything other than love, it's just the healthier version of the timeline, right? It's like going from like rival to coward to like real love. But right now I feel that there's still like a mix up of all of them at once. And this is like a time bomb. Like this is literally ticking, right? The new portal is about to open up, and that's also for you to know, because what will you do? You're also here with unpredictable energy. Anything goes with you as well, And is this going to lead to some kind of closure? Closing this out? Or a reconciliation? Or are you willing to split timelines? Meaning, if they don't want to grow with you, are you going to miss out on your opportunities? Right? On your options? You're going to have options. And that's a tough call, because I see that what's blocking this is ego, control, power. I feel that this outside energy, it's very difficult for them to confess the truth or talk about it. But it's interesting because there could potentially be a return of that energy, right? Even if like you guys already split up, for some this is already happening, and that can create a breakup. That can create a split. Again, if it's anything other than love, it's some kind of rupture within a situation. Let's see. Let's clarify their outside energy. And we're going to keep this a little bit shorter because I'm listening to you guys. You guys have told me, some of you guys, that these readings are a little bit too long. So I'm still going to keep them deep because that's just how these are. But we're going to take the rest to the extended, okay? Now let's go ahead and see this outside energy. I feel like you guys got they got the same energy in the last reading. See, it's kind of like unfolding. The story is unfolding. Okay. This one. The trickster. I'm sensing like they aren't done with you. Whether they're silent or not, because I see the potential for them going silent. For some, this person has been silent already. But I see them trying to manifest this all over again. This is in their energy. I'm clarifying their side. But again, this comes with a twist because it's still toxic, meaning they could come in to charm you, try to manipulate you, right? And remember, manipulation and charm can also be through silence. You know, that term, giving them the silent treatment so that they can go crazy, and then you react in the same old karmic pattern loop way. They're trying to keep you in a karmic cycle. This is literally at the bottom of the deck on their side. Their third dimensional self, the unaware one, is wanting to keep this going. They don't want to grow. But there's a potential here for them to grow, right? King of Wands. And that's what makes it very difficult, because I feel like there's going to be a timeline split for sure, right? We literally, we're getting this karmic cycle potentially closing out if that's what you choose. And then there's this other one, the portal, the new one that is going to start. These are two different timelines. Whether they walk into this one with you or not, we're going to see. Let's tune into the extended, okay? We're going to clarify, we're going to dive deeper, because we're just scratching the surface on this one. This story has been developing in such an interesting kind of way. And what will happen if they actually confess, right? If they actually like open up, because I see them not wanting to. But what if they try to like fight you? You know, in this one, they're still holding a sword, you know, like argue with you. And what I'm also getting here is that for sure there's like a circling back. But see, this is where you have to decide. Do you stop carrying their soul assignment, their weight? We have yet to see, because what I'm sensing just from looking at this right now is that part of the reason why this is still toxic is because there's some kind of karmic debt. But, you know, the reason why you're getting the Wheel of Fortune and the Shooting Star is because, my dears, a lot of you don't realize that you've already paid your karmic debt. You've already been there for them. You've done things that you've already paid it. And for some of you, now it's up to them. You would not be getting the Wheel of Fortune. You would not be getting the Shooting Star, fast forward moving energies, as well as options, if you had not yet paid the karmic debt. Remember, on their side, they're getting the Tower. They're the ones hiding something, not you. But there could be a hard projection. It's like trying to make you guilty, feel guilty through silence, try to make you, you know, go crazy with your emotions through them triggering you, you know. And listen to this one. Perfect pair. We are perfect for one another. You match my vibe and I love your energy. This is the hard part. There is no doubt about the fact that there is a timeline where both you and this person, you guys have a real connection. I mean, this is a real one, but this is the karmic one that you guys are playing out right now. But there's also the healthy version, right? And what I'm sensing is that they're going to come through either with silence, or, you know, they're going to vanish, or they're going to fight you, or they're going to trigger you. Something here, whatever their next action is, which I feel like for most of you, it's them going silent. Right? We're going to clarify when we go into the extended. We're going to clarify all these. But what I'm sensing here is that they're going to try and trigger this so that you can start remembering how perfect you guys are. But remember, how perfect you guys are here. Right? This is like their manifestation. Like, look how perfect we are here. Look at us. Look at us. Chained with that iron chain on our necks and the devil influencing us, look at how perfect we are. Will you fall for this one, or will you have the strength to stop carrying their weight? We're going to see in the extended. Okay, we're going to dive in because this is going to be a very interesting one. So in the extended, we're going to clarify this. We're also going to go into this other person's energy, their subconscious thoughts about you, their deeper feelings, emotions for you, their next moves, actions towards you, how the situation is all going to turn out and unfold for you, what will be the final result, and we will end the reading with any messages from spirits. If you want to check that out, the link to the extended is down in the description box below. You can also find it in the first comment that I've pinned down below as well. And also, if you would like to book a personal reading, I've opened up my calendar. You can also find a link right next to the extended, same place. Also, stay tuned because I do have an amazing offer for you guys from Psychic Source. You guys, it's truly an amazing offer. I'm not just saying that. Some of you guys have asked me which psychics do I recommend. I do recommend a few. One of them, her name is Pixie. She is amazing. Another one, her name is Zamara. You can see it on the screen here, their names. So again, if you want to check that out, stay tuned. That is up next. I'll tell you all about this offer. But for now, I'll see you in the extended. And I just want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Psychic Source. You guys, seriously, they've been around over 35 years, and they're one of the most trusted psychic services out there. Now, obviously, you guys all know that I do readings myself for all of you, but sometimes, honestly, it just really helps to get a different perspective from someone outside of my own energy when it comes to my personal things. And so I was really curious to know what they would tell me, and so I called them. I called one of their advisors just to get the clarity that I needed. And yeah, I was surprised to know that they gave me the confirmation and the clarity that I already kind of knew within me. What I love about their offer is that you can literally connect with as many advisors as you want during that time frame. You can either call them, message them, and read through all of the reviews to see which one you feel more comfortable with. Right now, they have an amazing offer for you, all of my loyal viewers. You get 40 minutes for only $19.80. That's literally like less than 20 bucks, you guys. Just click the link that's down in the description box below. I've also linked it in the first comment that you'll see down below as well. Or you can visit the direct website, trypsychicsource.com/Gena Moon. Make sure that you spell my name correctly because that will be your code, Gena Moon. That's Gena with an E. Here's how to use your special offer code. Click on the direct link that's down in the description box below or visit www.trypsychicsource.com/Gena Moon. Once you're on the Psychic Source website, click on Get a Reading. Then it'll take you to the offer page. The check mark should already be on the first offer, which is $19.80 for 30 minutes plus 10 free. That's your special offer. Then make sure it says in green letters below, promo code Gena Moon applied, no spaces. That should already be automatically applied for you. If it's not, you can go ahead and apply it. Then enter your email address, password, date of birth, answer the questions and check mark below if you'd like, then click on the red button, Proceed to Payment. Once you have an account, you can select to get a reading with any available advisor of your choice via phone, chat, video, and you can schedule your appointment for later as well. You can ask specific questions or things like, what are the key lessons I'm meant to learn in this lifetime? What areas of my life should I focus on at this moment for personal growth? What can you tell me about my current relationships, money, love, career, family? You can ask anything you want and get the answers revealed to you instantly. All right, that's it. Enjoy your special Psychic Source offer. Respect is non-negotiable. Red flags, those are warnings. You're not supposed to climb them. Who in the world told you that unconditional love means unconditional tolerance? To watch the full video, visit my new YouTube channel, Nova Sky Society. Link in description and pinned comment below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. And remember to share this video with somebody who needs it, especially if you feel like it could help them. Watch your moon and Venus signs for love and emotions, your sun and rising ascendant sign for personal growth and alignment, also for career matters, and your Jupiter and Mars for action, purpose, and expansion. And to catch up on all of your readings for your zodiac sign, click on the left side to watch your zodiac playlist. Click on the video on the right side to watch your next reading. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.